internet. Just a reminder, if you're watching this as a rerun, go ahead and skip past the countdown timer. I leave that in the video because it enables two features that are good for you: the live chat replay and the automatic closed captioning. So we'll get the countdown timer going, and I'll see you at the top of the show. As always, we'll have some audio jams while we wait.
Welcome to All Things YouTube. Your host, Matt Haas, will be here soon. While you're waiting, here are 4 things you can do. 1. Get to know others in the chat room. Make friends. Don't be shy. Only awesome people like yourself are allowed in here. 2. Share this show. Hey, your friends also need to up their YouTube game. 3. Like and join this show's Facebook page and group. They're both great resources. Finally, slap a big ol' like on this video. That really helps. Matt will be here soon.
All right, got the Stream Elements bots in the house. I added new emoji fun sayings. So if you put an exclamation mark in front of a food emoji, it has to be a food emoji. Half of them are programmed in, so have fun with that. And some of the replies from the Stream Elements bot, it might be kind of snarky and borderline inappropriate. So have fun with that. It's going to be a good show. We're talking about filters. Filters. I know it sounds boring, but it adds power. Who doesn't like power? Continue with some audio jams. Right. Those tunes are brought to you by Zach Herberholtz over at amplitunes.com. You can get your own free stuff to monetize, to use. He has about 15 entries on amplitunes.com. Hashtag not sponsored. I have 0 sponsors on the show. Okay, looks like it's time. Welcome, everyone. Welcome back to another All Things YouTube. Hey, you know me. I'm Matt Haas. This is the show where I talk about everything that's new and different on YouTube, and not only tell you, but I show you. That's right. Other channels, they just talk about what's different, not me. And I always give you ways to become more awesome on YouTube. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Share this show. I've got a whole list of awesomeness to go over. Anyone that you share this show with will be happy you did, because who doesn't want to be more awesome on the YouTubes? Hey, fun announcement at the top of the show. This is my 75th All Things YouTube. Yay! One a week for 75 weeks, mostly. Almost every week I've been here. Now, some of those appear on the Awesome Wood Things channel. That's where I piloted the All Things YouTube show and eventually broke it off. So if you combined everything I did under Awesome Wood Things and everything on this channel, 75 episodes. Woohoo! So I'm happy about that. All right. People are coming here in the house. Let's see who we have. We have Brenda G's Designs, Dave Gatton, Jim Dockrell. Jim, I hear you're having some computer problems. I'm glad you're on the show. Harneal Media and Driveway Workshop with Jim Bashirs, and the Football Video Channel. Yes, yes, yes. That is my friend. I'm going to be doing some YouTube consulting on, it might be the Football Video Channel. It might not be, but whatever it is, there will be a live streaming component, and at least the first episode is going to be in this office, but not on this channel. You might want to follow me on my email newsletter if you want to keep up with some of that stuff. So I have an email newsletter. Show you where it's at. So if you come to the awesomewoodthings.com website and you scroll down, there's a newsletter link right there. Go ahead and click that link. I don't know if it will let me put that link in the channel or on the page. Let me try it. Oh, I think it did. Did it do it? Yes, it did. Look at that. So that's my email newsletter. If you want to click that, drop your email address in there, you'll be on the list. And then you'll find out everything that's happening across Awesome Wood Things, across All Things YouTube, and any other venture I have going on, because I'm into a lot of things, including a show about college football. It's going to be fun. The guy I'm working with, Willie, he has the distribution rights to many vintage college football games. It's quite an interesting business he has there. Oh, Jim says I'm on a spare laptop. Weird. Hey, good. You got to have more than one. What? It already is. See? Now he's off. Now he's on. Don't worry, Dave. I got you. He doesn't like to be. She doesn't like to be in the dark. So there's always a light on football. Oh, in the chat. Yeah, he's in the house. Yeah, buddy. Awesome. We're gonna check that out. Nope, not 75 years old. 75 weeks or 75 episodes of All Things YouTube. All right. Hey. Don't forget this. We have a Facebook page and group. Like the page, join the group, share your stuff in the group, make friends in the group, get your questions answered in the group. It's all focused on YouTube. So, hey, go for it. Just for funsies, if you type an emoji in the chat, if you type the word of one of these food emojis and you prefix it with an exclamation mark, the bot will come back to you with a fun, snarky remark and will actually give you the virtual item so that you can entertain yourself with that. And I've added some new things to the show. Remember, every time you go live, you have to be a little bit better. or every time you publish a video. That's what I try and do. I try and make something just no one's out for huge monumental progress. Just try and make something a little bit better. So I've added sound effects to the channel. For example, I have someone working the soundboard over there. You can't see him. He's my co-pilot. Come over here and introduce yourself. All right, we'll take a look at who he is. Now, don't be shy. Come on over. There he is. That's Chewbacca, the redheaded stepchild of Chewbacca. He's 10% different for copyright purposes. Thank you, Chewbacca. That's enough. All right. Yep. So if you want to ask Chewbacca a question after we get through the content toward the back of the show, we'll get a little fun. So I do have all kinds of cool audio snippets I can get going here, like this one. Oh yes, it's gonna get crazy, but we've got a lot of cool stuff to go over first. And what makes this possible? Hey, I have a Patreon account, so if you go to Awesome Wood Things on Patreon, yes, this does support Awesome Wood Things and All Things YouTube. That would be good if you considered that. You can also give a donation right now through this link. I get to keep almost 100% of that revenue. It's a lot better financially. But let's look at the people who support me through Patreon. Top patrons, Jerry Brown from Polly Once a Crafter, Portal Woodworks, and Osprey Mama. Thank you for your top patronage. Also, some other top patrons, $3 a month, Driveway Workshop with Jim Bashirs, and $2 a month, Harneal Media. Thank you. If you want to become a Patreon, I will put your information up here. You get mentioned at the top of every show. And all my email newsletters, you get links and your image on every email newsletter that goes out. $1 patrons are Shane's Hobby Shop, Miter Mike's Wood Shop, Anna B Workshop, OJ Woodworking Crafts, Javi's Wood Shop. Javi has a product he's selling if you have a hobby home-built CNC machine through the Dave Gatton's offerings. It's called the Javi Box, so check out javibox.com. Hashtag not sponsored. Marcel's Workshop, JP Woodwork, The Mad Maker, and Mike Laffey from Maybe I've Said Too Much. That's a podcast, and it's awesome. Special thanks to Makers Media Network. I'm a proud member of Makers Media Network. Find out more at makersmedianetwork.com. Hashtag not sponsored. If you want to sponsor me, let's talk. I am sponsor friendly, but I have 0 sponsors. So that's always welcomed. And you know what I do on Thursdays, don't you? Mind Equals Blown with Brenda G. That's over on her channel. Her channel's Brenda G's Designs. 7 p.m. Eastern, always on Thursdays. But this Thursday, I will not be hosting. I have something else I will be doing. So she's going to have Corkboard TV fill in for me, the Corkboard TV channel. But I'll drop a link here in the chat. So go ahead and click that link and hit the set reminder button, but then come right back. Don't leave the show. Oh, got a question here. How many seconds or minutes does a person have to watch before it counts as a view? Well, if you're on Facebook, 3. I used to know that answer. I think the answer changes. It's not much. It's not much. I think if you click play, you're basically, it counts as a view. Now, what you really want is the watch time. You want them watching all of your video. But, if they just scroll through the thumbnail, that doesn't count as a view. They've got to click it. My sense is if they've clicked it, it counts as a view. I'll double check that. Or if someone knows for sure, chime in. But, yep. If there's other fun ways to support me. I'm doing a lot of stuff in the wood shop, folks, but you can, here's the Patreon link. This is on awesomewoodthings.com/support. Patreon subscribe star there. You can shop on Amazon, buy a shirt, PayPal, or send me physical stuff in the mail. That's awesomewoodthings.com/support. And of course, just watch the show, engage, drop a like. That's free. If you haven't dropped a like on the page, that would be great. Okay, so let's roll into what's new. Oh, and if someone subscribes to me or gives me a tip through, I want to test this out through this link. What should happen is a big image should come down over my face and call you out. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe to All Things YouTube, and your name will appear here. But there should also be a big fun animation that pops down. Or, I'm not telling you to do this, but if you want to unsubscribe and then resubscribe just to see if it works, I want to see if I get that animation coming down there, because like I said, hey, I'm making things a little bit better each time. That's the goal. All right, so let's talk about what's new and different on the platform. There's a couple items that are happening that haven't quite happened yet, but I want to talk about them. I usually don't talk about things that are in development. I like to wait till, boom, they're actually done. But this one's interesting. Okay, so let me come over here. And I want to go to this computer over here. So let me just make a connection. Let me log in here. Yeah, this computer is logged in as Awesome with Things, and that's what I want to show. Come on, make a connection. There we go. All right, so you see the card here? This latest upload card. They're going to get rid of these percentages because, statistically, half of them are always in the red. Like, you can't always do better. You can, but it's just really hard. So it gets kind of disheartening that you see. So there's going to be some icons here instead, not the color with the arrows up, down. So that's going to be different. But what I really want to talk about is CTR, click-through rate. I always talk about click-through rate. One of these little flippy things is talks about click-through rate. I love click-through rate. They're going to put the click-through rate on that latest upload card, and I cannot wait. I love click-through rate. People say, Matt, you talk about click-through rate so much. If it was a woman, you'd probably date it. I would slide on into those DMs of click-through rate if it was a person. No, I love click-through rate because what are we trying to do on YouTube? We're trying to get watch time. Well, you just can't say, go get more watch time. There's two things that make you get more watch time. That's click-through rate, people clicking on your videos, and watching the whole way through. Those two things will equal watch time. So click-through rate is one of the two pieces of analytics you need to pay attention to. Some people say, including me, that's the only two you need to pay. Not the only two, but really, for the most bang for your buck, click-through rate and average percent viewed. Those are it. So that's going to appear over here on the latest upload card. Click-through rate, front and center on the default dashboard. I couldn't be happier. Yeah, Driveway Workshop with Jim Bashirs knows what's up. He says, geez, here we go again with CTR. Here we go again on my own. Yeah. So, looking forward to that. All right. Also, this is another cool thing. All right, so on the channel-wide analytics page, they have something pretty recent. Over here in audience, you scroll down, they've got the bell card. And this bell card is actually pretty fascinating. It tells you channel-wide how many subscribers who turned on all notifications got an alert on average for new stuff. And it tells you out of those subscribers that had it turned on, how many actually got it because they didn't disable at the phone level notifications. You can, at the phone operating level, you can kill all notifications for a particular app. Some people do that with YouTube. Don't do that. So that's always been there, but it's awesome that it's even there. The new thing is coming soon, not now. They're going to have this on a per video basis. So if you were to come to videos, it's not there on videos. It's only there channel wide. Let me go into a video and go to analytics of a video. Now this is analytics for this video, my Who is Red Human artwork video. And if I go to audience, now I'm over here by not overview, not reach, not engagement, audience, go there. And then look, there's no bell. There's going to be a bell card here just for that video. That's going to be amazing because then you're going to be able to see how effective the alerts are when you do that. So I dig it. Hey, would if I could. John C is here. Hello, hello. Welcome to the channel. This is All Things YouTube. Glad to have you here. I like that name, Wood. W-O-O-D. Wood. I like wood. My other channel has to do with wood, as you hopefully know. Yeah. People making fun of my white snake. I'm a child of the 80s, baby. Come on. I love me some 80s hair bands. I'm going to see some 80s hair bands this August. Motley Crue is coming to town with Def Leppard and Joan Jett. Yep. It's happening. Remember I said 1% of users are no longer have access to the Studio Classic. Right here, Studio Classic. That has gone away for 1% of the users. Now, 10% of all YouTube channels got a notice saying in a few weeks it's going to go away. The total deprecation of Studio Classic is happening, folks. So if you're not over on the Studio Beta, well, it's not Beta anymore. If you're not over on Studio and you're still on Classic Studio, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? I think my friend Sweet Brown has something to say about people who are still on Studio Classic. What do you have to say, Sweet Brown?
Ain't nobody got time for that.
There she is. What'd you say, Sweet Brown?
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for Studio Classic. That's right. Get off Studio Classic. Get into it. Also, the dreaded yellow $sign icon for those of you that are in the YPP, the YouTube Partner Program. There was complaints a few weeks ago that things would go yellow, they would appeal it, and they would never hear back. All of that's fixed now. The appeals are happening much more snappy. I don't know what happened at YouTube, but there has been like a suspiciously long backlog, and they've got it figured out now, and it's better. OJ Woodworking Crafts is here. Welcome back to the channel, OJ Woodworking Crafts. Always good to have you here. Someone's got to get dinner. That's all good. Mark Lindsay CNC is here. Hello, Mr. Mark. Glad to have you on the channel again. He sometimes keeps me honest because he's really smart, that Mark Lindsay. Oh, and the last thing. Okay, so let me get rid of this. Now, this is in the weeds kind of stuff here, but YouTube published more details about monetization policies because they've been under the gun and they've been criticized, rightfully so criticized, that some of their policies are, you can't quite grasp the nuance of it and understand what exactly crosses the line. Well, they've added more details. So if you come to this page, I'll drop the link in there. You can bookmark that. But they start going into detail about what is and what isn't crossing the line on their policies. And they talk about community guidelines, AdSense policies, and look at this. They say, here's what is allowed and here's what's not allowed. This is awesome. Here's what is allowed on this topic. Here's what's not allowed. So all three of these things, community guidelines, AdSense policies. I think this is just a small paragraph. Yeah. Well, for all of these, it's clearly laid out. So if you're into that type of thing, go check that out. This is particularly for channels that use content from other channels. So if you're reading blogs or if you're showing video, small clips of movies and you're adding comment, a lot of it is fair use stuff. YouTube was criticized. We don't know where the line is. Yeah, we see the policy. It's too vague. Give us examples. Boom. They gave you examples. I dig it. Garage band name, suspicious backlog. Oh, speaking of bands, Makers Rock is going strong. You can still join Makers Rock if you want to build a album out of any materials to mimic a vinyl record. It has its own website, makersrock.com. Go check that out. You can sign up. It's a big collaboration. What's good on YouTube to get eyeballs? Collaborations. That's a collaboration. Makersrock.com. Did you already talk about subscriber icon? Yes, that cometh. That's part of that's part of it. I was talking to Mark earlier today or yesterday, and he noticed something new and different. Let's go check that out. He noticed that, or we'll talk about it now. Here we go. So if you look at the comments area, you'll notice some red icons. See, I know it's super tiny on screen. So let's take a look at Paul's Messy Workshop. Hey, Paul's Messy Workshop. He's got this icon here. And if you roll over the icon, it says publicly subscribes to you and how long. And gives you a little learn more. Tells you exactly what it is that warrants that icon. Isn't that cool? This is what YouTube's doing. One of the things YouTube has been working on for weeks, and if not months, is I want to know more about my audience, because YouTube has been criticized for holding on to that information. See, this is the thing. YouTube is not owned by you. You don't own YouTube. This is someone else's platform. Google owns YouTube. So you're using their platform. And a lot of platforms, Facebook is the worst. Facebook doesn't give you visibility of your audience. It's very hard. I mean, in order to get visibility, not even visibility, in order to get your stuff in front of them, you got to pay. You got to boost your posts or buy ads. YouTube's a little bit more friendly, but they're becoming even more friendly because they are giving you this information, who your subscribers are. So in other words, now why is this important to you? Well, I like to reply to all the comments, okay? But if, say, for example, you only wanted to reply to comments from people who subscribe to you, now you have a way to know about it right there on the interface, which is cool, which is really, really cool. Yeah, so I didn't reply to Paul here. Yeah. I'm almost there, Paul. He's talking about I'm not at 1,000 subscribers yet. Yeah, I know I'm not at 1,000. I'm at 243. Let's try and get that number up higher. So yeah, there you go. Now, what's going to happen is these. Okay, so the topic for today's show is filters. So I'm going to get into filters now. Filters are very powerful. Okay. Oh, we do have a question. What is doxing? Says, what if I could, John C. Doxing is revealing the identity of someone online who doesn't want their identity revealed. So a lot of YouTubers use a fake name, for example. If you happen to know the real name of a YouTuber or anyone on any platform, and you publicly reveal that name, that's called doxing. And it's not cool. Every community out there will ostracize you if you purposely dox someone. And a lot of companies, a lot of social media platforms, and remember, YouTube is a social media platform. People think of it, oh, it's a video distribution tool. Well, it is, but it's also a social media platform. They have rules. If you dox someone, they could terminate your account. It's not cool. But it doesn't just have to be the identity. Like, I'm a pretty public person. You know, I put my name out there. That's my name. But one of the things I don't make very public is my physical home address. I have a P.O. box for YouTube and other things. So like, but you know, I do business with the community, and sometimes I invite people over to my house, and sometimes I get mail directly at my house, depending on what it is. But if you were to say, for example, publish my home address, because I've taken steps to obfuscate that, that would be considered doxing. So it doesn't. It's not only first name, last name. It's information. So I can't call Harnail Media by his name. No, Steve. Steve makes it public that he is behind Harnail Media, just like I make it public that I am behind Awesome Wood Things. So, you know, the point is, you know, Steve hasn't taken steps to obfuscate his name from his channel, so that's okay. I mean, you'll know it. I mean, some channels have like a cartoon stand-in, sort of like my Chewbacca, my 10% different for legal purposes. You know, if this was me, like if my face was never on there, and then you revealed it, that would be doxing in that instance. So that's what doxing is. Not cool. Oh, Mark says, with the possible exception of 4chan. I don't know what the... So now you can tell if someone who comments is a subscriber or not. Yes, Mark. Whoop, I can't. There we go. So now you can tell if someone who comments is a subscriber or not. That's exactly what that feature is. Yeah, these little red buttons there. I think it's cool. Yeah, see, Harnail Media says, I have addresses for a lot of people, but they aren't public. Well, I mean, that's, one's good business practice, and two, it's just, you know, when you're on this subject, I mean, you should only share what you know is public. You know, that's doxing. Don't dox people. I mean, a lot of people do it because, someone will do something that upsets a lot of people, or someone will do something that goes against their beliefs, it might be true, but it might emotionally hurt someone. Well, one of the revenge tactics is to dox that person. Hopefully, they would get, the online backlash. So that's typically when doxing comes into play. It's when you want to harm someone who you have perceived has done you wrong. It's a childish way to harm someone. It's not an ethical way to harm someone. It's not something I do. It's not something I would do, but that's what doxing is. No, anything related to social media and marketing and YouTube is welcome here. Thank you for the comment. I'm sure some people didn't know that. I'm glad I put that out there. Don't dox people who have YouTube channels. My work address and phone are public, but my personal phone and stuff isn't. Yeah, that's just it. So, you just don't, doxing is done to hurt someone. It's a counterattack to hurt someone from a perceived or from wrongdoing or perceived wrongdoing. And it's a childish thing to do. Don't do it. If someone takes steps to keep something about them private, respect it. That's what doxing is. Hey, lots of thumbs up and tacos. I dig that. I dig it. Okay, so let's get into the topic. We're talking about filters. Filters are awesome. And like most things in YouTube, it's the little tiny icon or something shoved in the corner that's super powerful but doesn't look super powerful. That's what these filters are. So by default, you get a filter active. These filters weren't here a couple weeks ago. I did talk about them on the show, but it's good to kind of bring them back. It says comments I haven't responded to. So these are all the comments I haven't responded to. That's a filter. You take that away, and boom, you'll flood in with every comment. But you can mix and match them here. You can say, subscriber count greater than 1,000. And now everyone who has less than 1,000 is removed from the list. But when you're talking filters, you never have to settle for just one. You can double them up, baby. So now let's see everyone who has over 1,000 subscribers, and let's add some more. And contains a question. There we go. So now these are, there's a question mark. That's another way. Some people get so busy, they're like, I'm only going to touch and respond to comments that have a question. Boom, filter it. Maybe you only want to respond to questions of people that have 1,000 or more subscribers. I doubled them up. 1, 2. And you can go even further. You can add even more. You can say response status, comments I haven't responded to. That one was there in the beginning. I took it away. Now I've done 3. What's going to happen is they're going to they're going to put is subscribed to me. I don't think that's there yet. I don't see it. Contains a question. It is there. Public subscribers. They put it in there. Woohoo! I dig that.
Oh my.
Yeah, I like that. George Takei likes it too. Or I should say, now that I see public subscribers as part of the filters, here's my reaction. Oh. So filters. Yeah, get on those filters. They're super powerful. So you can search for a term. Search for a term, Matt. Okay, apply that. Every comment that has the word Matt only from subscribers, and then let's say subscriber count over 1,000. Okay. Let's take that away. Let's do subscriber count higher. Let's do more subscribers. 10,000. Oh, you do it. Okay, he's got a big old channel. And look, Mark's got over 10,000 subscribers, Mark. Killing it. He's killing it, people. So these are filters, and these are only going to get more powerful. So get on your comments. Now, I'm on my channel-wide comments, but you could be on, comments for a particular video. It'd be a smaller number of comments to filter through. But that's it. Arniel Media says, news media have been accused of doxing people, and it always comes back to them. Yeah, it's not welcomed. It really isn't welcomed. So it's a malicious thing to do to someone. It is. I mean, in my philosophy is, someone does or says something you don't like, you counter it with why that's bad, and you make your argument in the other direction. So if someone says red is the best color, instead of doxing them to punish them for saying red is the best color, you can make your claim as why blue is the best color. Like, that's the way discourse should be. Doxing is a way to harm and shut people up. So they'll think twice, like, oh, maybe I won't say that again, or I'll get doxed again. That's not how you should conduct yourself in life or online. Sunshine is the best disinfectant. If someone says something you don't like, well, say why it's wrong. Put the spotlight on them. Make the case the other direction. Doxing is a way to stop people from talking, and you shouldn't stop people from talking. You shouldn't censor them. You shouldn't deplatform them. You should put your argument forward. That's what I like it. That's what I like to do. Without actually hacking a site, can you piggyback subs from another site? Are you talking channels? Without actually hacking a channel, can you piggyback? I mean, oh, yeah, chartreuse is the best color. Here's the thing. Collaborations are a good way to kind of get this result. So what you want to do is you want to find another YouTuber, and if you can do something together with that YouTuber, and that YouTuber can put something on their channel that has you in it, you collaborate on a video that's published somewhere else, then that channel's audience, some of it will come to you, and vice versa. That's what Makers Rock is all about. If you go to makersrock.com, this is a yearly collab. We all build a similar project, artwork from rock and roll albums, and we all publish it on the same date, and we all point people to other people who are participating. It's a collab. The whole idea is to get eyeballs from another channel. Brenda and I do it. Mind Equals Blown is a collaboration. I appear on Brenda's show, and we do a show, and then some of Brenda's, because she's a craft channel, mostly craft channel. She's comedy too. Kind of an eclectic channel, mostly comedy and mostly crafts. Well, crafts are similar to people who do work in a workshop and a wood shop. There's crossover there. We're both creative people in those spaces, and we both build something. Crafts might be a little different than what you would typically build in a wood shop, but not completely. So bottom line, some of her audience comes to me, and some of my audience goes to her, because some people tune into the show because I'm on the show. So my woodworking friends are on the Brenda G's channel. So Brenda gets some of my audience and I get some of Brenda's audience. It's a collaboration. See, I told you she does some comedy too. So that's, I think, what she's doing there. I did a collaboration on James Wright's channel, Wood by Wright, where we both made cutting boards of Pac-Man. So I made the Pac-Man and he made a ghost. I appeared on his channel and he appeared on my channel. And so he got some of my Awesome Wood Things subscribers for him, and I got some of his Wood by Wright subscribers. So that's a collaboration. So when you say, is there a way to get subs from someone else? That's how you do it. To just reach out to the person and have a conversation. Let me go to that thing. Let me go to YouTube. I want to find that cutting board. So here we go. Oh, I'm not sharing. So here's a cutting board that I did. And then you'll see along the way, I talk about, see, it has Wood by Wright's Pac-Man Ghost video. So I told everyone I was doing a collab with James Wright from the Wood by Wright's channel, and he was doing the ghost. And then I built mine, I showed mine, and then I pointed them to his channel, and he did the same. That's a collaboration. So he got some of my audience went to him, and some of his audience went to mine. But not like they left. See, this is not a zero-sum game. You can be subscribed to more than one person, obviously. Brenda says, I give out free advice. I didn't say it would be good. That's part of her comedy charm on her Heifer Haven series, where she reads advice letters. People send her letters and she reads and gives them advice. She says she doesn't say it's good advice. So take that to heart. And she's done over 200 of those. 200 episodes. Good on you, Brenda. Killing it over there on the YouTubes. I dig it. So those are filters. Go for it, man. Go nuts with those filters. I mean, you got to work smarter. Slogging through every single comment can get cumbersome if you've got a big channel. And these filters can help surface the ones you might be interested in. So use them. And filters are going to appear all throughout the interface, not only on comments. So make the interface work for you, for sure. What is that rock site? You got it. We'll go back to it. It's makersrock.com. Put it in the chat there. There we go. Makersrock.com. And you build your artwork approximately 12 inches by 12 inch to mimic a vinyl record album. I know, vinyl records. And then first week of March, we publish a promo video where we announce the artwork we're going to make. We don't show what we've made. We keep that secret. But we announce and we show the published commercial album cover. And then on March 10, we publish the build video. And so the idea is on March 10, Tuesday, March 10, YouTube's going to be flooded with Makers Rock videos. I'm like, what's going on? Everyone's publishing Makers Rock video. And then you catch the eyeballs. You promote, and it's fun. So there's a sign up sheet, and you can see who's making what. This is the results. We've got 9 participants this time. So it's fun. And we also have a secret Facebook group where we do, some planning, because you're allowed to show like progress videos to the people who are participating. You just don't put it out to the public. It's a lot of fun. I haven't had time to participate in 2 years. Matt won my Frank Zappa album cover. Yes, I did. And it is proudly hanging in my woodshop, along with some of my other Makers Rock albums that I was fortunate enough and smart enough to make 2 of. Because one of the things about Makers Rock is you give away what you created. You pick a winner and you give it away, which is sort of opposite, usually. And contests are another way to catch eyeballs. People love winning stuff. So if you give something away and you collab, and we have both of those strategies in one thing, because Makers Rock collab is a giveaway and it's a collab, it's a channel growth machine. And it's a way to have fun. It's a lot of fun. Is that fake fur mustache full of sawdust yet? No, I comb it out. Yeah, his Frank Zappa, it had hair. It had fur. It had hair for the mustache, because the album cover featured Frank Zappa's mustache, and Mark used actual faux hair. And he's talking about it. He's this good man. Oh, I used to have a mustache for 3 months. Back in 2019, I had a mustache. It was covering up a scar from some surgery. And, decided not to keep it. It just wasn't as good as Mark's mustache, so I'm like, might as well abandon this. You set the bar too high, Mark, for mustaches. What can I say? Oh, my goodness. Well, there we go. That is it. That is the show for today. Oh, stickers. My next video on Awesome Wood Things is my sticker board, which has an awesome twist to it. It's not just a plain piece of board. So if you want your sticker on the sticker board, and you have a sticker for your YouTube channel, send it to me at this address, and I will put it on the sticker board. And then every Awesome Wood Things video will feature the sticker board. Oh, new viewer in here, Gaming with Gotcha. Welcome to the channel. I'm Matt. I'm not putting Jim's comment up there. Okay, I want to do that Makers Rock. Well, good. Hopefully you can create a piece of artwork by the 12th of March. So you don't have much time. You have less than a month. But yeah, jump on it. It's open to the public. Go nuts. We'd love to have you. Definitely. All right. I think we're going to wrap it up there. If you have show suggestions, reach out to me. I'm not hard to find. If you want to get me on Facebook, it's facebook.com/Matt Haas, spelled like this, no space. Send me a direct message. Or you can go to the Awesome Wood Things Facebook page and leave a comment or leave a message on the Facebook page. Then that took me for the longest time to figure out on Facebook. You have a personal messages area for your person account, and then you have a separate one for your branded page account. Anyway. How does it feel to you when you're live streaming? It's an interesting question. Well, the answer, I think, is in one of my videos on All Things YouTube. And it's how to talk to the camera. I cover a lot of this stuff here. This video here. This video should be a lot more popular than it is. It's got some great information. So let me put that video down there. How does it feel when you're live streaming? I like it. It takes some practice, some time on task to get better at it. There's some do's and don'ts when you're live streaming to make it more entertaining, and that's what that video is all about, this one here. I don't know how to have a conversation with myself. Well, that's covered in here. It tells you how to talk to the camera. And then I do a lot of tips on how to make that better. And you just got to start doing it. You just have to start doing it. And no one's expecting perfection out there. You'd be surprised. Anyone can have an audience. Anyone can grow an audience, even you. But that's a big concern. It really is. Share the vid on Facebook again, Matt. Put it in some YouTube related groups. Yeah, I will. Thank you, Mark. See, Mark's a smart guy. OJ Woodworking Crafts says me neither, John. Come on, OJ. You're not. Thanks for the info. Now to start planning. Excellent. There's a good resource out there called Live Streaming Pros. So if you're on YouTube and you do a search for Live Streaming Pros, they're all about the gear and the software you need to live stream. Like I have software that makes me put all these stuff up there. It's my man crafting. I take a drink of my man crafting mug. If you want a mug, you can go to mancraftingtm.com. He'll engrave your logo in porcelain. Hashtag not sponsored. But that technology is a piece of software I use. I used to use OBS Studio. Now I use Ecamm. But all of that's covered in there. Can you bring in a Skype call to your live show? That is a feature. Yes, I can do that. It can be done. I don't think I'll do it on my show. At least I don't have plans to, because I want to keep my show with me as the host. But it's yes. The answer is yes, you can do that. You can practice by talking out loud to yourself. I'd refrain from doing it in the grocery store at 2 a.m., but you know what I mean. That, oddly enough, if you have a camera, turn the camera on yourself. Doesn't have to be live. Just record into the camera only, and then watch it back. Watching yourself back is the key. And then you'll learn what works and what doesn't work. Because when you watch yourself, you'll know if it's good or not. I used to do ums and ahs a lot. And by watching myself back, I've teased that out of my speech. But then I've replaced it with other words. So I do so a lot. I'm trying to get rid of it. I'll start a sentence with, so, have you dropped a like on it? You don't need to say the word so. So was my replace. It is a English word rather than or but it's not necessary. So, drop a like on the video is fine. So, drop a like on the video. You don't need the word so. I just did it again. That's what I'm saying. It's incremental improvements. I'm not perfect. I'll never be perfect. So that's the way you should go. Okay. All right. I will leave it here. Next show is the 24th, Monday the 24th. So I'll drop the link. Go ahead and click that link and click the set reminder button on that show page, and then come back 7 days from now, Monday the 24th of February, 7 p.m. Eastern. And we'll have another All Things YouTube show. And catch Brenda G over there on Thursday at Brenda G's Designs. I will not be co-hosting. Corkboard TV will be filling in for me while I'm out that evening. I'm sure they'll have a lot of fun. Oh, Mark says, my words are so and now. Yeah, I mean, watch yourself back. That's what it is. Film yourself and watch yourself back, because you know what works well and what doesn't. And all these tips are in there. I think I have 22. Yeah, 22 tips on that video I shared. And I think that can really get you going. I mean, that'll get your on-camera presence. That's a good framework. So run with that. Okay, we'll leave it there, folks. Thanks again. Thanks to the patrons. Remember, if you want to become a patron, I'll put your name up here and I'll redo this. So if you want me to do labor and rearrange this graphic, become a patron over there on patreon.com/awesomewoodthings. Oops, pushing too many buttons here. So many buttons. There we go. Oh no. Brenda, you better behave yourself. See, I'll just preempt this with whatever Brenda says about me, it's a lie. It's going to be a lie. She's going to tell lots of lies about me. Don't believe Brenda G when she's talking about me in my absence. Hey, Portal Woodworks is here. Welcome to the show, Portal. That's Mr. David Jones, who publicly announces himself as being attached to Portal Woodworks. So I'm not doxing Mr. David Jones. I would never do that. He's a good guy. But I'm closing down the show, David. So thanks for being here. Drop a like on your way out, if you would, please. I would appreciate that. It's a way to help the channel. Okay, folks, we'll leave it here. Stay awesome. Catch me on the All Things YouTube Facebook group. That would be fun. Take care, folks.